Hello. So I gave up all my dreams for like 3 days. It kind of started on Thursday last week where I was just really overwhelmed because I had to do all this stuff and it was really hard and I didn't think I could do it. And on Friday I delivered and did everything and I woke up really early and did everything I needed to do. It was really, really crazy. And then on Saturday, I just slept in a very long time. I did only a portion of what I had set out to do for the day. And then on Sunday, I just sort of was like so overwhelmed. And I want to talk about it. The first thing I want to talk about is I think when we are leveling up, it's very, very different and very unfamiliar. And what we've been is a lot more familiar. And I think unconsciously, it's hard to do this without a therapist or any support. Because I think your nervous system gets really scared when things start to change. For example, I have gotten really close to doing the splits. Actually, I have it on one side. Do you want to see? Okay, you're going to see. I got it on one side at least. Going on the floor. Watch this. Really close, see? Like there. Okay, that's enough of that. Okay. But anyways, what I'm realizing is every time things change in my life, I get scared. And I get really scared in particular for good things or things that I've been wishing for. Because having my wishes fulfilled is not something I'm used to. And sometimes it comes with a little bit of fear and sometimes it comes with a little bit of guilt. And I completely gave up for like 3 days, literally. I drank some White Claws at home. I played video games all day, all night. I just laid in bed crying, cried a bunch of times. And today was Monday and I thought I would be able to do it today, but I just didn't. I woke up at, I don't remember what time, but I didn't, It's difficult. It's very difficult. Everything, being on it every day is really difficult. And I think maybe incorporating more rest days is important because then I don't get to the point where I want to give up. I get to regenerate. And I feel like I went to the gym today. All I ate today was a chicken pot pie and it was only about 600 calories, which is barely enough for what I need. But I'll be trying to eat more today. And I went to the gym anyways. I went to the gym and I did all the things that I like to do. And I did them okay. And when I got done, I just was driving through the parking lot when I arrived back home and I kept thinking, like, that felt good. That felt good because it wasn't too scary. It was what I have been doing for 30 days, 40 days, etc. And I'm familiar with it. So it's not too scary. And I know that if I keep going, I will make it. And sometimes I don't always know where I'm going, which is not good, but I know what I want to be doing. And that's sometimes good enough. So, and I made a list of everything I need to do every day to be the person I want to be. I made a list of it. And I'm going to try to commit to that list. The hardest thing is literally getting enough money to pay my bills. I think I said this in a video, but I really don't want there to be any question to people. If I ever make it, I don't want there ever to be a fucking question for people that I struggled so much in poverty and hopelessness, in despair, and I made it, if I make it. Because I feel like that really makes a difference to people when they see people that have really, truly struggled like me make it in the world. It gives people a different type of hope than seeing someone who, you know, might have come from a nuclear family, living in a subdivision, never living below the poverty line, having some things that make it a little bit easier, not saying there's no challenges, but not relatable to many people who do struggle and do not know how to get out. I wanna be for those people, you know? So what else do I want to talk about? That's it, really. You have to look at, okay, what does the person I want to be, what do they do every day? And you just have to do those things every day. It doesn't matter if it's literally 2 minutes. Or the person I want to be every day runs a mile every day. Okay, well, it's day 1. Maybe you should just put on your tennis shoes and walk around the block. Okay? Call it for the day. That's enough. We'll work up to the mile every day. Running is kind of fun, though. That's giving me ideas. I haven't done cardio for a while because I usually lose weight when I do it, and that's not good for me. A big part of what caused me to feel so defeated was this thing called a neighborhood community association for one of the communities in my city. And they meet every month at a church. And I had planned to go to that church on Sunday, which was yesterday. And it brought up so much trauma because I have been so traumatized by Catholic people and by Christians. So traumatized. Feeling like sexuality is sinful, feeling like my identity is sinful, feeling like following my intuition is sinful, feeling like following my inner guidance to find my own unique path to God is wrong. There's so much garbage trauma and judgment around Christianity that going near churches is really hard for me. And that caused a lot of stuff to come up this weekend. In particular, like inner child stuff. I even was listening to a lullaby my mom used to sing when I was a little boy. She used to sing it for me, and I just was like crying. And I played a lot of video games this week, and that I used to play as a little boy, and all these things that were really connected to my childhood. So I knew something had happened with that, but I don't have a therapist to process with, so it's really hard. I don't know what the fuck is going on. But dealing with my trauma around churches is hard because I'm looking for more business leads. And you literally, I went door to door on Friday, knocking, Hi, I clean houses. Do you want me to clean your house? Fuck you, trash. Go away. End your life. Give up, you know? That's basically what happens at 99% of doors. It's why you want to throw up when you do door-to-door sales. Literally, okay? And give up, go away, garbage trash. That's how people talk to you. But I did get one person who sent me an email from going door to door who said they might be interested. Now I need to go hop on that. I need to go probably drive to where they are, see what they have, because I don't know. And I just feel like I can't do it. The money thing by itself is hard enough on top of all the other things I do. Like trying to sing, trying to dance, trying to do all of this on top of having to pay my own fucking bills with nothing but my own business, which is just getting started. It's really fucking hard. And it's hard alone. And that I think anyone would want to give up and be defeated. Having dealt with this, you know? I worked for other people in the past, but those doors weren't opening. And now the only door opening is working for myself. And it's really, really difficult. But I'm coming back today and I'm deciding not to fully give up. I think I just get burnt out from always doing it with no help. It takes so much. It takes so much to do it like this in a city where you don't know anyone, where you have no friends, where you have no family, where you're all alone, not even sure why you're here. Yet you're trying really hard to make it happen. And here I am doing that. That affected me though, the church thing. And I don't know, maybe I just need to try going and see what happens. That might be a good choice. And maybe that's what we do. But I'm going to eat some more food today. I'm going to do some editing. I'm going to work on my website. It's too late in the day to go to those people. I have a tendency to sleep in like until like 1, noon, 11, 12, or 1 or 2. It's just how I live. I don't know, like, is that bad? The only reason it sucks is that the rest of the world doesn't have the same sleeping rhythm as me. And so I don't have a lot of days to interact with other people who usually are doing things from 9 to 5. It gives me less time for that. So maybe I need to have kind of a hard conversation about my sleeping. And maybe if I just start my day a little bit earlier every day, that could change everything. And maybe that just requires going to bed at a different time. I don't think there's any morality in whether you get up early, you're a better person, or you sleep in late, you're a, less good person. I think that's stupid and judgmental and nonsensical. But when it comes to starting a business where you need to interact with people between 9 and 5, making sure you're conscious for that point in the day really helps with building your business. And that's true. So, do we write that down? Get up at 9 a.m. 9 a.m. would be really good for me if I could do that. Anyway, I think that might be a big thing for me if I could do that, because it would only be maybe noon right now and I would be eating lunch, you know? I think that could really help me if I were to wake up at 9 o'clock every day. And that just requires going to bed by 11. I sleep a long time. I sleep a lot. Why? Because I'm a diva. Divas need to sleep. So, that's pretty much the update. I really, truly gave up this weekend. I felt so defeated. I cried so much. And sometimes the hopelessness of it all just really crushes you. It caves in on you. And you don't have a will to keep going. You don't have a reason. And sometimes you do need to just give up for as long as it takes until you're ready to go and start again. And you can always start again. Even if it's been years, even if it's been months, even if it's been days, weeks, it doesn't matter. Whatever it is you want to go for, you can start again. Because I have quit so many times, and I've failed so many times, and I've cried so many times, and I've given up so many times, but it's the same things time and time again that your soul longs to do, your soul longs to chase, your soul longs to have. And those dreams don't go anywhere, and they usually don't really change. Your passions, doesn't matter what it is. Doesn't matter if it's redesigning dolls. Doesn't matter if it's dancing. Doesn't matter if it's writing, creating. It's gonna be somewhat of the same thing. And as long as you remember that, you're allowed to quit as long as you want. I think part of the reason why we quit is because when you start investing into it for a consistent amount of time, you start to see growth. And when you start to grow, your nervous system is like, can I handle this? Being the person who makes his dreams actually come true, or her dreams or their dreams. Can I handle this growth in this new version? And a lot of times you're like, I'm not familiar with this. I don't know what this is. I don't remember. I don't know what to do when I have this level of skill or this level of growth. It's too much. Let's go back. And so then you give up, because then that's a surefire way to go back. And when you go back, you're more comfortable and you're more familiar. And sometimes that's what you need to realize you're safe and you can start again without guilt. Start again. And then when you progress back to where you were, you realize you can handle it. And then you can keep going until you start to get nervous again because it's growing too much and you're changing and you're scared you can't handle it. Then you can self-sabotage again if you need and give up on your dreams for a week, for a month, for years. Who knows how long you need. And then when you're ready, you go back to the same dream and you start again. And when you reach the point you were at before, maybe you feel like you can go a little bit further. And then maybe you don't need to sabotage as much as you continue to grow. Maybe you can continue to grow and take little breaks You continue to grow and continue to grow until you've landed at the place you want to be. So, I'm going to go start editing and get something to eat. And I'll make sure I write down what time I want to wake up tomorrow. Thanks for listening, and I'll talk to you next time.